Hey, how are you? This is Angelique Fawcett, CEO of Archangel Films LA. I stated a few weeks ago that I would reveal the truth, and tonight I'm going to do just that. So, what you're going to be listening to is a public recorded deposition that took place on September 25th, 2020. This is a deposition that my attorney called in regards to Nichelle Nichols. It is a deposition that I paid for. And I want to thank Instagram for being such a platform to allow us all of different races, different sexes, different sexual orientations, different ideals. Thank you so much, Instagram and Facebook, for this. What you're going to be hearing is already public. This is a public deposition. There are many conservators that just aren't ethical. The previous conservator in Nichelle Nichols' case stated that Black people don't know how to manage their money, basically said that Black people can't handle anything. So, it's not going to work out either way. The new conservator that was over Nichelle Nichols is Black, and Nichelle is Black. And then additionally, the old conservator that Nichelle had, she also released Nichelle Nichols' private HIPAA information via the internet. I personally was not impressed with any conservators that I met until I met this one, Dr. BJ Hawkins, and I was very, very impressed with her and how professional she was in this situation with Nichelle Nichols. Grateful that she told the truth, period. I'm going to let you listen. I'm going to let you listen for yourself, and you'll hear bits and pieces of it because I can't share that much on Instagram just due to time limits, but I'm just going to let you listen, okay?
Dr. Hawkins, can you give me a little bit of a background on your profession in relation to probate and conservatorships?
Yes, I'll start with my educational background. I have a master's and PhD from University of Southern California. I have a bachelor's and master's from UCLA. I have a strong business background, including Fortune 100 experience. I also worked as a senior executive handling complex and troubled businesses, and I was a small business entrepreneur. I am a licensed professional fiduciary. I have been appointed by the courts in trust matters, special needs trusts, conservatorships, successor trustee, and I have also worked as an administrator. I've had cases that are both private cases and court supervised cases. I also testify as an expert witness in breach of fiduciary duty, conservator and trustee malfeasance fraud.
Are you familiar with the matter of the conservatorship of Nichelle Nichols?
Yes, I am.
Were there any time a attempt by Cal Johnson to keep Nichelle Nichols from appearing in court?
Objection, speculation.
The answer is yes, he did not prepare her for a court, despite the fact that in our meetings we indicated when that she had to be dressed, her hair had to be done, clothing laid out, and Kyle disregarded those instructions.
Objection, argumentative, lack of personal knowledge.
Were you ever offered anything of value by Cal Johnson in exchange for attempts to sway you in any way in performing your role as a conservator?
Yes.
What was that?
He said that I could be continued to be paid as a conservator and could have the successor trustee appointment if I agreed to follow his instructions in some specific areas.
Please look up what a successor trustee is for further explanation.
What was it he wanted specifically that you do?
He wanted to be able to control who had access to his mother.
Isolation.
He wanted me to specifically, quote unquote, go after Gilbert Bell. He wanted me to fire the contractor for the events. And there were some other financial matters that during our meetings we had indicated that he had responsibility for example, receipts or supplies and food for the conservatee that he had not supplied, and he indicated that he wanted that to stop also.
It is not ethical to not keep track of all receipts. One would be surprised how bad things happen when receipts are not kept. That is the express reason why the conservator was asking for those things, because it's the ethical thing to do. I know someone else in this situation who had no accountability for receipts, anything. And now look at Nichelle Nichols' estate.
And then he would allow the appointment, as had been, and the appointment meaning the conservatorship of the estate on a permanent basis, and the appointment as successor trustee in order to deal with the issues and the crisis with the real property.
The ex-fiduciary conservator, Dr. B.J. Hawkins, refused to sign this unethical agreement.
Did Kyle ever discuss with you how he felt about Judge Barbara Johnson?
Yes.
What did he say to you with regards to the judge?
He indicated that the judge should not have allowed undue visitation privilege.
Nichelle Nichols' son is upset because the judge gave me visitation rights to visit his mother. When Nichelle Nichols' son stayed in New Mexico and refused to visit his mother for 6 years, I think he was there maybe once or twice. So every Christmas, birthday, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Easter, 4th of July, anything, any holiday and any time in between, the son wasn't there. I was there. Nichelle has been my friend for many years. When you develop a friendship and, you go, you check on people, and, Nichelle is there at Christmas time. We used to go visit Nichelle. I remember the first time I visited Nichelle on a Christmas time, and she sat there alone, and I'm like, Nichelle, where's your Christmas tree? And she's like, well, I don't have one. And so my husband and I went and bought her a Christmas tree, brought it back, decorated it, and celebrated Christmas together. And ever since that moment, we celebrated as many Christmases as we possibly could together, even on birthdays. So she was celebrated. I don't care if you have a bad relationship with her. You're going to go out there and kick your foot through the gate in anybody's door to say, who is messing with my mother? And I'm not going to let them do that. But that's not what was done. I was there looking after her, coming twice a month. The son should have been there. You should have just been there for your mother, period. And I believe a lot of this wouldn't have happened. Additionally, on top of that, Nichelle gave me away in marriage. She actually insisted on it. She flew out to where we got married so that she could be there to be supportive of us. She in turn also was a co-producer and an honorary executive producer on our film. She supported me, and that meant the world to me. So, of course, I was always going to be there for her and look out for her. And then it comes to, simple things such as things around the house. When her toilet was fixed, when wires were hanging down from the ceiling in a dangerous manner, I paid for those to be fixed. I paid for her water to be turned on so that she could go out and enjoy her garden and her plants would not die. Her clothing got stolen right before her 85th birthday. After her birthday party, because we found something else for her, I went out and bought her the biggest wardrobe I could get her. And I would absolutely do it again.